All right.
Um, all right, if you could tell me. All right, guys, I can't see if we look normal or not
I
because
think we look normal. Hi, everybody.
I hope we do. Hi, guys. I'll tell you in a
Hi,
second.
Trish.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, hi, Trish. Okay, hi, guys. Sorry, just getting set up here. This is Reality with Krista Marie, Erin D. This is a Beverly Hills recap, but also whose side you're leaning on to whose side you're on, because obviously, when it comes to Beverly Hills, hey, Joe. When it comes to Beverly Hills, I never on, I'll put it this way. I'm never on Rinna's side. I'm never on Erika's side, and I probably will never be on Kyle's side. But I am not, Trish, you don't even have to ask because, yeah. Like, it's just, I mean, at this point, I feel like with Erika, everybody that we're 2 years in now, and oh my God, almost 2 years in since we started this, and we're no further along. I mean, really, honestly, like, what do we like? I feel like if you believe her, you believe her. If you don't, you don't. By this point, there's nothing more is going to make us either one way or the other. If anything, it's getting worse. I just feel like she's even more delusional. I feel like she's having a psychotic break. And anyway, so this is Beverly Hills, and we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, and we are on YouTube, of course. I have no mods, so bear with me, guys. And I have to introduce Erin D, my co-host, my glass half full, so obvious co-host. On Twitter, I know there's a lot of stuff going on Twitter. I cannot, for some reason, access it to see comments or anything. So, God, please, just if you bear with me, you can just subscribe on YouTube too, as well. It's free, whatever. So, hi everyone, and yeah. So, now I remembered why, Erin. This is why, Erin. This is why I started this channel. I'm going to try not to curse because of this crap. This crap on this show with Erika and Rinna and everything else, because I kept getting in trouble from my mouth for cursing and voicing my opinion on everybody else's platforms and stuff. And yeah, so I'm gonna start. We're gonna get into the episode first. But do you have any thoughts before we start?
First, everybody, please hit that like button and subscribe to Krista. And then thank everybody for coming. We see Gabby's in there, Trish in there, Elaine's
Oh yes,
in there,
Joe's
in there. So thank you everybody for coming.
And guys, unless you comment, hi Terry, I can't see if you're watching. I can't see. I don't have it pulled up.
But I can. So I love y'all.
No, I can see the comment people who comment, but I see like 8 other people watching that I don't see the comment. So hi, whoever, everybody. Hello. So, all right. So most people have probably seen us. I tried really hard not to voice too much of my opinion, but since Adam started Hot Messy Topics, of course, we were on that, and we called in for the recap, and of course, everybody knows. And I'm sure if you've watched my previous pre-records about Erika Jane, you guys know how I feel. So, all right, so let's just start the episode. And I'm not going to go every episode. We're just going to get to the important crap, which I'm talking about the cackling of Rinna and Erika, the cackling. So, we're going to talk about Sutton, and we're going to talk about this whole table thing, which is so do we agree that Sutton was on Watch What Happens Live? She was not purposely trying to go after Rinna. She wasn't coming for Rinna. She was sticking up for Garcelle and making a point that of this whole thank you thing about this whole thank you thing. But, she said, I invited her. Her words were, I invited them. So there is an invite. So that's right now she's saying that. What did Rinna say? Did Rinna say that she was not invited? Or that she just went on their own? That they go every year?
They do go every year. They always have a table.
Wait. Did they buy a table?
No, because her husband is so famous, they always have a seat.
Wait a minute. They either have to donate money, they either have to be invited, or they have to buy a $10,000 table, and it would be on a donor list, right? It would be on that list, correct?
That is true, and it has been proven by Real Andy of Beverly Hills did have some facts proven that she never donated.
Nope.
So that
So
is true.
she was
That
yeah, she
Rena
was
did not
Sutton's
do that.
guest. So let's just fair to say she was Sutton's guest. Sutton's point was you just didn't thank me. No big deal. But you're saying that, this whole thank you is a problem thing. I mean, it being a problem when really, and she's saying, all right, so then you have them talking about it, right? So Erica admits that you were sticking up for your friend. She goes, oh, you were trying to, just, I don't know what she was trying to go after me for. She wasn't going after you, Rinna. Erica said it herself. She's just trying to show you, that she's a good friend. She was a good friend of Garcelle, and she was proving a point. And she was like, oh, well, that's bad etiquette because she was going after me, but she wasn't going after Rinna. And them saying this crap, it just makes them look like they're just being bullies and are being like, again, like, why are they going after Sutton? Because look, clearly, Rinna, like, you're wrong. But like, I really don't believe that anybody cares really what, like, I mean, the whole thing is like, I see, I can't stand these two because I just, anything that comes out of their mouth, it's been either, it's laughable. I mean, her aviator glasses, like, she clearly looks $1 million better with long hair. She looks 20 years younger. Her iconic hairdo is so over the top. Like, I just can't take it. And Erika talking about having, I would have to get to that part. But all right, so before I move on, like, what are your thoughts about this segment, about what I just said?
I do actually agree. She didn't buy a table. I do think Sutton did throw her under the bus on Watch What Happens Live to start a little drama going into the season. I definitely think she did that on purpose. I love Sutton. I will continue to love Sutton because she did have some cringeworthy moments in this episode, but I think in general she's a very nice person. She just maybe comes from money and no, she doesn't have to bite her tongue if she doesn't want. But whatever. See, she's gone every year, so I
So she
mean,
has,
really,
I believe she's old money, meaning like she either comes from it, or she's had it for a long time, where she doesn't need. I mean, old money meaning like she doesn't need to flaunt it, she doesn't need to talk about it. She just has it. She was married to it, whatever it is. Most people like now. See, I feel like Rinna's problem with Rinna is already famous. Okay, I don't. I feel like she feels like she needs to be rich and famous. So she's just really, really thirsty to be famous as well. And I feel like her and Harry are famous and rich enough that she doesn't have to keep throwing her friends under the bus. And I mean, we'll get to that part, but she doesn't have to keep being such a cunt. And that's literally the words I can like. I cannot think of any other word to describe her and Erika, but that word. Like, and I'm just, you know what I mean? But whatever. She's sticking up for Garcelle and Sutton have integrity. These two do not. It's questionable. It's very questionable. So, but we have these cackling and this is just another point. I got to make this point real quick. She's talking about Rinna Beauty. Now, I don't know, and I find out we found out this probably is not true. But wouldn't this? I'm just saying, say this did happen, right? She got this $5 million investment. This angel investor. All of a sudden, she finds after 70 years of being on TV with these blown up lips, all of a sudden she has a $5 million investment. That's the best one ever, best investment ever. Now's the time. Now's the time. So let's invest in my into Rinna Beauty, and all of a sudden now she's like. But then it's an angel investor, and now she's doing really well. But she feels like this person has really believed in her. But then come to find out, really, it was like a $5 million like angel investor from Erika trying to clean the $5 million so she'd have some money. Like, but I'm just saying, imagine Rinna's face when she had to find out that like really her friend really didn't believe in her, and she really just was like, "I believe you." Don't say because listen, like Rinna. All right, maybe it's all right, whatever. But I'm just saying, okay, so Rinna Beauty is doing really well. She's exploiting her daughters as usual. Exploiting her daughters as usual. Name dropping her husband. And what else do I have written down here? Oh, I have delusional, out of your effing mind. Get rid of the glasses. You're not a nice person, Erika, so stop. Oh, okay. The cackling, aviator glasses. No one effing cares. What else do I got here? Rita admits that she was just doing it as she was thanking. She did thank her. She admitted it when thanked her about the sauce. Yeah. Rinna's the one who made it a thing. Erika cackles. And then we move on. Okay, so any other thoughts about what I said?
I'm sorry. I know you don't like Erika. I don't dislike Erika.
Why not? Okay, tell me why you don't like her. Tell me why you like her. What do you like about her?
I feel like she is in a terrible spot. I've been divorced. When you're going through that, I know she's going through this whole other.
You got to not compare your divorce to theirs, please. Your husband did not.
Any divorce is bad though, and it rips you apart. And divorce rips everybody apart. It rips you deep.
They had a contractual marriage.
You've been with somebody 20 years. I don't think it's that.
She divorced him, and she didn't even give us a good reason. She wasn't told us why.
I divorced mine, and
because for good reason.
He cheated. Okay, but anyway, I know we're never going to agree on Erika, but for Rinna with the exploiting her children, it's a business, and her kids are beautiful. Mm-hmm. Most parents would ask their kids to be involved, and most kids would want to be involved to help their parents. I don't think that's exploiting. I think that's just a general family thing. Families help each other. At least that's what I hope.
So okay, when you were getting separated, were you mean? Were you nasty? Were you questioning people? When people were asking you questions, did you answer them? Were you snapping at them? Were you threatening them?
I'm sure there were days I did. I'm sure there were days that I lost it. I am not perfect, and I tried to be nice. And I'm actually.
You would care about the victims. You wouldn't say you didn't give. All right, whatever.
No, 100%. There is things she has done wrong. 100%. But as somebody who married someone, my ex was a decade older than me. He was in charge of things, and there were things that came out in divorce. I was like, "How did I marry this monster?" So in that aspect, I can believe that because I was younger. Not as much younger as her, so I can imagine it's even more so. But there were things, I met mine at 19 years old. There were things when we went through the divorce, I was like, how did I marry this person? Like, am I that stupid? Like, so I had those moments. And I literally was like, I married a monster. So I get that.
Erika married a monster. Erika married a monster. All right, so we're going to get to this part because we move on to her talking with Garcelle. And now all of a sudden, she's not in any rush to divorce him. Oh, she'll get to it. There's other things. She'll get to it now. Now it's not like a rush. Now he calls her. Now he's not big, bad Tom Girardi, who she's so afraid of. So, so she's saying these things have been disproven. Nobody said you touched the $25 million. Nobody said you took the $25 million. What they said was that Tom transferred and paid your American Express bill, and it just happened to add up to about that amount. Whatever it is, my whole thing is what hasn't been disproven. Nobody knows whether you know or not. Nobody can prove whether you know or not. So nobody said you touched the $25 million, you stupid CUNT, BITCH, because why? Listen, she can play on words all she wants. She's not going to win a war of words with me. She's not, because it could be disproven that you did not have personal knowledge at the time. What I think is from the time that his ex-wife in the divorce decree 40 freaking years ago said this man does this, and then numerous complaints to the bar. I didn't know all this word about what this man does. I think that she was in good faith, thought this man was going to always be able to, keep up the charade and keep up the thing. I thought he said, I will always make sure these people get their money. I'll never make sure the victims go without. The victims will always make sure I always pay them back. They might not get it right, honey. I will always take care of it. And I think what they didn't plan on was him getting to be almost 90 years old, getting maybe, a sickness where he poops himself at the point. He gets so sick where he just says, screw this crap. I'm not going to keep up the charade. I'm just going to spend this goddamn money. I'm just going to keep giving her money. And then when it runs out, it runs out. And I get caught, and screw her. I'm going to just go up conservatorship because he committed the perfect crime. I think that, and I said this to Zach the very first time I heard about this divorce, I said the same thing. Why is she divorcing him? What? The money must be gone. And then when we find out what happened, I said, then he must be really sick and he just doesn't care. He'll never see a day in court. I said, he knows he'll never see a day in court, either because he's very sick or he's going to die by the time he gets into court because he's 85 already. So, who lives, anyway, whatever the case may be, I feel like they didn't plan on that. And then she's like, she realized maybe a couple years ago, oh shit, oh crap. He's not playing the victims. Like crap. Now we're starting to get caught. Tom, you better do something. And he's just like, whatever. I'll do it myself. Whatever, Erika. I'm not going to stop hugging you. I hate you, Erika, or whatever she says he did, or she says he stopped seeing and stopped hearing, which I don't know what that has to do with him not paying his victims, but whatever, paying the people that one. Anyway, he gets this conservator or whatever. He starts pooping himself, right? My whole thing is, who is letting this man go to work? Who is letting this man go to court or go to work, drive a car, see people, go to an office and run in office and run money when this man's apparently pooping himself? He's so sick that he needs a conservatorship. They can't even answer simple questions in court. He's that sick, okay, that he has to be in a home, okay? And she knew this, and she knew this was coming. So that just, to me, if you're going to co-sign that crap, his brother, his people around him, his wife, again, why'd you leave him? Sickness and health? No. For Richard Court? No. You didn't stay for any of that. So what vows are you talking about, lady? So don't even talk and compare a marriage to anything else. But anyway, the bar gets complaints about this man. You know, people are complaining. He's running all over town and he's getting all these loans, which I understand. People are in his pocket. He's paying this one off. He's paying that one off. You mean to tell me he paid that many people off in 40 years that nobody thought that to really investigate this man? You mean he paid that many people? He did that many D's? Because if that's what he did, and then that's the case, I want to know how many D's he did, who was sucking his, and I want to know when, where, and how many, what sizes, what lengths, what days, what dates. I want to know whose D's were getting next, because that's a lot of crap to hide, and a lot of people that have to hide a lot of crap. So there's a lot of something going on, and I want to know who, when, where, and what. Because to me, the bar is liable. Anyway, all these other people are liable. Because if Erika doesn't give 2 F's or whatever she says, then somebody has to. Who's going to care? Because she doesn't, and she's not going to be made liable in court. Well, she probably will be civilly, so she can stop talking about how delusional, and she's clearly freaking delusional, and how she doesn't think she needs to apologize to Sutton. Well, fine, you don't need to apologize to Sutton. Let's get to all right. Anyway, your thoughts before I start. I'm shaking. Go ahead.
Yeah, you are shaking. Everybody, I think, can see it. I do think that Larger Curves.
Hi, Large. I love you so much.
She's Erika is trying to get whatever pennies are left. It seems like
why not?
It would be easy to divorce a man with dementia. It's actually not easy to divorce a man with dementia. I actually did look this up after the live with Zach Peters last night because he did go over a few details about how Erika was only getting like $2 million a year, and at that
poor her.
Oh, okay, I know, but I'm trying to give some facts. I'm just trying to get some facts. That it was $2 million a year to the visa things and never to Erika. That's why they're having, trouble knowing if she actually did know. Okay, just giving some facts. It is reasonable. It actually is difficult because they have to give consent too for the divorce. So I did look this up, and I actually asked a lawyer friend of mine. Apparently, it is hard to divorce somebody with dementia because actually under that same question.
You can't divorce a man with dementia, but he's too sick to go to court and answer some questions on whether she knew or not.
Now, I have had family members, I think a lot of us have, that had dementia or Alzheimer's. Once you stop working, you go down the hill really fast. So I do
he didn't stop working.
No, I meant now, because we're talking about him being in the nursing home and stuff like that. Once they, and I have had to fight with family members, so I do understand the pain that maybe Erika went through on that. I can't defend her leaving somebody who is that sick. I mean, I don't know if I could do that.
Her reasoning.
Okay, I agree with that. I don't know that I could do it, but he was cheating on her for years. But
she knew about it years ago.
Okay.
So again, lady, what is the reason, Erika? What's on the divorce? What's on the separation? I'd like to know. What did she say? What's on there? She sure as heck didn't say because he was stealing from his victims, or she was stealing from the. You know what I mean? But anyway, So
I do think we have to look into that a little bit more. What the actual divorce?
I have.
Was.
I have.
I don't know.
These questions are absolutely rhetorical, lady. I'm talking to, like I say, lady, not you. I mean, Erika. Like these are absolutely rhetorical. Okay. But anyway, so okay, look. Now, I never said she had feelings. I said she's a liar. She's morally wrong. She's morally guilty because either she knew about this crap and she was planning on leaving secretly, which I can understand. If you find out, say she found out 3 years ago and it took her 3 years to get to leave, I get it. She has a lifestyle, which I don't really feel really that bad for because, housewives' money is not, there's a lot of people that live off a lot less than what she makes, okay? Even at the 600,000 mark, okay? But anyway, So I really don't feel bad for her. But anyway, say she needs to take, I mean, maybe she is afraid of him. I don't freaking know what her dad, whatever, she is or she isn't. We don't know. She's afraid of him. She's not afraid of him. Anyway, so say she did find out, right? So then put that, say that. Say, I'm a victim too. He screwed me too. I will do everything I can. Here's my $900,000 earrings. Take them, split the money. Let's start a GoFundMe. I don't know. Say something. Just say, but stop saying you don't care. Because if you cared, that's great, Erika, good. Maybe lie about it. Maybe lie and say you care. Maybe
we don't know what content this came out of. We haven't. These are like previews, and they cut to nasty stuff in the previews.
I'm talking about.
You don't know what the fight was?
What do you mean? I'm talking about the deep dive. What do you mean? What fight?
Oh, I thought you were talking about how she said, "I don't care about anybody but myself." And I'm
talking about every time she said it 1,000,000 times. She said it 1,000 times in every episode, in every walk of life.
Now, Trish did make a nice comment. She left because she saw the writing on the wall. Lawsuits were being served.
Okay, well, then say that.
And then Norma had, before he claimed dementia, she wanted out. But since he has dementia, he does not need to testify. She gains more by staying than leaving.
Well, then she stayed though.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Norma. Thank you.
Well, she decided to leave though, so that doesn't matter.
She is not the executive. That is his brother. So we did find that out, and I don't think she was ever going to be. He had like a living.
So I'd like to know why his brother. I would really want to know anyway.
Because he had that set up for years apparently.
Well, it was
always going to be his brother, not his wife.
Again, all that is irrelevant. I want to know why nobody knew this man was so sick. So sick, allegedly. I'm not saying he is or isn't, but why were they letting him go? Why did this man still have a phone that looked like it was from 1970? And I'm talking not the Nextel phone. I'm talking about the one within the trash can with the book. Apparently, she threw away a phone that looked like it was from 19. I get it that he was living in the 70s and the 80s or whatever. But why is this man still practicing court? Why is he still going and doing depositions? Why? If he's that sick, that the second he's caught conservatorship, oh my God, now I'm proving myself. I don't know. Did she know? I don't know, Erika. I don't know. Sometimes she knows me, sometimes he doesn't. Exactly. It's all lies. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Kelly is saying the same things. Lies. It's all lies.
It's all lies. And
I like to believe people. Erika. I know it's wrong, but I do think so. Here's when you are married to somebody and they have done this. You are financially responsible. I will agree with that. Because financially, no matter what my ex did, I was financially responsible.
Did you receive stolen property? Did you receive stolen money?
No, but there are other things. But
whether she knew or not,
I'm agreeing with you. You're still arguing.
But she still received stolen property. So you're still guilty whether you knew you received it or not.
I think that...
Whatever.
Well... I think she's legally responsible for the money. I will agree with that. I don't know that she knew. I can't say she knew because we don't know what she knew. Legally responsible? Yes, because they were.
Then why'd she leave him then? I want to know why she left him. If she didn't know, then why'd she leave him? I don't want to hear because he cheated. I don't want to hear because he was sick or because he went poor. Seriously. He didn't have that. If he had that much money, power, and influence, she was so afraid of it. Get out of here. The bar, everybody got complaints about this man. The bar knew about it. He couldn't have been sucking them. I don't want to keep saying, I don't want to have to say the words out loud, but how many NDs were being sucked and how many were sucking his? Because there couldn't have been that many going on. And like I said, I want to know dates, times, lengths, dates here. I want to know video. I want to know everything, and I want to know who they are, and I want to know the ride. I want to know everything because that's absolutely ridiculous that this man got away with this for that long, and his wife didn't know. Everybody else knew, but his wife. Get out of here. This
Kelly is making a really good point.
CUNT knew and didn't care. That is the problem. Just say you don't care, Erika, or actually act like you care. Say, I'm a victim too, because apparently, according to everybody else, okay, say she didn't know, then she is a victim. Then why aren't you saying that? Then why is that on your divorce papers then, Erika? Say then that's why you left him. See, that's my problem. That's my whole point. Nobody will answer this for me. That's not rhetorical, Erika. I would like to know. Because if it wasn't for this reason, apparently if we're saying that you didn't know, oh, Erika, she's got a heart all of a sudden. All of a sudden she's got cold hearted. All of a sudden she's a sweetheart and she likes the victim. All of a sudden she cares about victims and everything. Say that's true. then put that on your door. Then say that, and you're to say that's why you left them then, but you're not, because you're a liar.
Now, Kelly is making a good point. If she didn't know, she still should react in a way that shows a bit of sympathy.
Exactly.
She is
lie. Just lie.
I agree with that. She should have been respectful to the victims.
Sorry.
I totally agree with that. I can't
That is
say
my other
she knew,
problem.
but I do not agree with how she reacted, because just simple kindness, I think, goes a far way. If she had acted in the beginning like, "Oh my God, I'm shocked he did this," I think she'd be in a different spot. I think people would be really sympathetic to her. They might actually believe she didn't know if she was like shocked in the beginning and was like, "I feel so horrible," and stuff like that. I agree. We would not be debating about
this wouldn't be happening if she did that. I have looked for I've done deep dives. I've looked at everybody's deep dives. I've looked at everybody's points. And I have that just at one point. Then say that. Then why are you her thing is, she keeps saying it, I'm not being charged. I'm not being charged. That doesn't mean shit, OJ Simpson. It doesn't mean anything. The courts mean nothing. It doesn't matter. You are being morally charged by us. That's our problem here. It doesn't, at this point, like I said, we have to decide ourselves, like personally, whether we want to believe her or not. That's a personal decision at this point.
100%. That is
right.
Absolutely.
But like my whole thing is, she doesn't give us any reason to fucking believe. To believe her. And
I agree with that.
He doesn't care either. He said, "Yeah, I did it." So people say, "Oh, we're not giving him a lot of crap," because he's admitted to it. He said, "I did it." He said he don't give a crap, and he said, "He just says okay, whatever." Yeah, he said, "Oh, I had all this. That's gone. Nope, that's gone. Yep. All right, peace out. I'm going to go home. I'm gonna live out the next 5 years and whatever." And she's supposed to and then we're supposed to feel bad. She gets a raise. Okay, Bravo gives her a freaking raise. I feel like they wanted her to take herself out. I feel like Rinna and her, and I think now Kyle will take, because for Kyle to have such a backbone at one point, and then all of a sudden, I really believe when Kyle said, I should have said more or not dinner. I thought she was apologizing to Sutton for not sticking up for Sutton when Erika threatened her.
I did actually think she was going to say, "I'm so sorry, Sutton." I was like, that was a little crazy? Know where you're at when you're speaking, Kyle. I love Kyle. I think that was all for the camera. Let's not lie. That was all for the camera. Nothing about Kyle's reaction there was.
She has her back. She's got no backbone. She's got no backbone. It's proof, because I said a long time ago that if they took Erika off the show, watch how quick these roaches will scatter. They'll scatter like roaches. They will leave her in the dust. They will not care. They have to film with her. They have to be her friend. They have to be around her. They're afraid of her for some reason. So of course they're going to freaking look how stupid Kyle sounded when she said that. She sounds like she is that month. What's that thing called? When your captor, when you end up falling in love with your captor, where you're literally whatever that's called. She's literally sympathizing with the enemy. She's sleeping with the enemy. She literally should have been apologizing to Sutton, and Erika probably went home and cried. I know she puts on this tough girl persona. Kyle, what? Kyle, what? Yeah, what do you mean? She does, because that's who she is. What do you mean she doesn't put that on? That's who she is. She doesn't care. Erika even said, "I'm not her friend. I'm her friend because I'm trying to make her." She's like, "I don't really give a shit about Sutton." She said it on that walk. Let's stop acting like Erika is going to care. She has this secret heart that we don't know about. And only Kyle knows about.
Oh, wow. Everybody has a heart, and everybody has feelings.
Kyle, admit that you're a PUSSY. You're afraid of her, and that's what your problem is. Because your husband's laughing in your face. And you know what? They're right. Everybody's right. But how and then Sutton's like, "Are you kidding me? How about the victims, Kyle? You don't think the victims are crying, Kyle? Come on. Did she not say, I'm sorry, but that she lost me, Kyle. She lost me for the rest of my life, because she did. I've watched for years her do this with LVP. She's got no backbone. And then with her sister, to sit there and have Rinna, I don't care about these previews. I just can't take Rinna going, "Kathy, you're not going to get away with this angel, your sister." Yeah, it's her sister, you stupid CUNT. Get out of it. Get out of the family business. What are you getting in her business for? You're not going to win. You know that you can literally make Kyle mold her into this stupid little puppet who that's what she is, with no backbone, because she's lost her backbone. I mean, I'm just being serious. Like, tell what? Like, tell me I'm wrong.
I love Kyle. I think
used
that
to
Kyle is very emotional, so sometimes her friends feel like they should butt into the family business. And I think Lisa's heart was in the right place, even though she should
Lisa
just
who?
in family business, and you should not get involved in family business.
You think her heart's in the right place?
I do. I think that people want to protect Kyle because she comes off so.
Protect Kyle?
Yes,
she's
my
50.
thought.
Protect Kyle?
I know we don't
her
agree.
Sister is Kathy Hilton. What are you protecting her from Kathy Hilton for? You bitch?
No, I'm agreeing she shouldn't have done it. They are sisters.
So why is she not protecting her friend Sutton? Why is she not on Sutton's side? Sutton's got
Kyle. I said Kyle was wrong. She didn't know where she was at, and that was all for the camera. I agree with Joe Mendoza, who is saying 100% Kyle was fake. Yeah, Kyle was fake there. She was playing for the camera. She is an actress, as Norma has pointed out.
She's not a very good one. She nothing ever pans out, but whatever. Well, listen, Kyle doesn't need the show. Like, I'm sad for Kyle at this point. I feel like Kyle's another Jennifer. She's just literally, I really thought that Kyle would never pick the show over her own life and her own morals and her own, like, I don't know, like her own beliefs. Whatever. But how are you literally going to, oh my God, I don't get it. I now think that, I have to say that she's going to, like, I said, no, she'll never pick the show. She doesn't need money. She doesn't need fame. But I mean, like, okay.
Kelly is asking, why does Kyle need protection? I don't actually think Kyle needs protection. Right. I think people think they should, as her friend, protect her. And that's just the friend's going too far.
But wait a minute.
Back off. It's a family affair.
What is she?
I think Kyle comes off very empathetic to people.
What about Sutton? She
should have. Well, first of all, Erika destroyed Sutton at that dinner. If you did not feel bad for Sutton, I don't know where you were.
Everybody felt bad for Sutton. It's actually laughable because Sutton knows what the frick are you going to do, Erika. You just said it on camera. We should all know by now that if you're threatening somebody on camera, you're not going to do anything. And Sutton's just honestly literally called her bluff and made her look even dumber by adding security and being the graceful one and going, I got security. I don't know what she's going to do. I would have did the same thing. Okay.
Norma is making a good point. She said, interesting that Garcelle said that she is closer to Kathy than Kyle. At the moment, Kyle said, no blood is thicker than water. Yet when Erika and Rinna go against Kathy, Kyle says nothing.
Exactly.
That's a good point. You don't choose your friends. And I've said this on New Jersey and everything. Family comes first. I agree with that. You cannot put your friends in between.
Snake.
I 100% agree with that, Norma.
She's on the wrong side of history.
I like to think the best of everybody. I can't help that.
That's great. Good for you. But in the real world, honey, I'm just saying. Look, and maybe I'm jaded by watching. Look, I watch Dateline. I watch reality TV. I live in the real world. I've been on, I was street smart for a really long time. And then book smarts can't, whatever. I just listen, like, maybe I do, but it's reality. Like, honestly. It's just like, I know, even like, I don't know.
Isn't reality also believing in people?
I did believe in her for 13 years until she showed me otherwise. I believed in all of them. I even believed in Rinna until she showed me otherwise. Like, honestly, when people show you who they are, believe them. Just never hand them the gun to shoot you with again. Why? How many times are you going to, you don't have to trust your friend. You can forgive your friends. But and you can be the good person and be the good friend and be there, but never hand them the gun to shoot you with. And literally Kyle is doing it over and over. Like, she's going to they're going to literally Rinna and Erika's contract are up. They're going to take themselves out because nobody really cares about what they have to say anymore. Honestly, Harry Hamlin, whatever, how dare you sit there and name drop your husband, but then the name drop Scott Disick, your daughter's boyfriend. And then, basically more on his Disick than his daughter was. Her daughter, she's just, like Rinna says, never say no. Say no to no. Say no. Never say no. Never say no. Say yes to everything. I swear that she wanted to be Kris Kardashian.
Our 10-minute warning for Adam.
Sorry. So we
can I make one point?
No, make plenty points. I'll stop talking.
No.
I'll give you the floor from here.
I love hearing her.
No. I'll give you the floor from here on out.
I am trying not to hold too much judgment. This is the first episode.
You gotta remember though, but there's a history here, okay?
That's true.
First episode.
Okay. I am interested to see where Garcelle ends up and stuff because I do see her kind of sitting back and listening, and I feel like that's a good coming into the season with going to the gym with Erika. Garcelle.
Oh yeah.
I love Garcelle. Everybody knows that's my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She is my favorite. I'm probably going to side with her. Everybody knows it. Going into the fight with Erika and her. I love you, Erika, but Garcelle's usually right. Like you can't argue with Garcelle because she really does sit back, take the information in, and then educate herself.
She calls bullshit and says, Erika, I'm unfollowing you, so how could you? Okay, never mind.
So I am interested. I said I'm probably going to pick Garcelle. Everybody knows I'm going to pick Garcelle because I love Garcelle.
Eric has shown us that you cannot trust her. It didn't snow in Pasadena, not since 2019.
That was a little odd, and then it was odd that she wouldn't answer at the reunion. Why say it during the series and not answer
at the reunion? I'm sure he's got integrity, so it's got to be true, correct? You're not going to lie on a police officer who's your son, who I'm sure has integrity with the law. But I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he has integrity. I don't think we should go
sure. So why is he not coming forward and saying, no, my mom didn't lie about that one thing?
Kelly says Garcelle's her favorite. How can Garcelle not be everybody's favorite?
And it's like she doesn't need a moment, Rinna. She is a moment. She is the moment. Have you ever seen a show called The Real?
Garcelle is probably the most reasonable, real person on that show.
So is Sutton too. I mean, at least she's got Sutton, thank God. Because at least they can, I just feel like I hope, all right, so what are your hopes for the season? Because I forgot we have new people coming.
Well, I'm hoping it's not all about Erika. I really want to see everybody else's storylines. I want to see Crystal's storyline because we got introduced to her last year, but I didn't get to see much of her storyline. And I heard that we are going to deal with another eating disorder. And I think that's beautiful when people can come out with their stories and really try and help other people. So I want to see her challenges and how she overcomes. And I'm really interested in that. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to on the preview. How about you?
The new people, I like I said yesterday, I feel like the cackling hens. I'm tired of the cackling. I'm tired of hearing it. I'll let Ryan Bailey do them cackles because he's really good at it. He does really good recaps, but I'm tired. I feel like anything they say, nothing's going to convince me otherwise. I think that they're completely wrong. I think Rinna turning on Erika is a play because she's thirsty and it feels like her time's running out, and her last play. It's like her Hail Mary. And I feel like we didn't get, do we have 10 minutes or 5 minutes?
We have 7 minutes until Adam goes live.
I don't want to sound insensitive. I just have the same questions I had. I'm not going to say, I just have questions about the break. I just have questions about that day, the break-in. I'm not saying, I'm not being insensitive. Why are we going to stop asking questions now about somebody's situations? We've asked questions every single situation, every housewife's life ever. And I'm not the first one to bring questions up, okay? These are my questions. So the one night that PK is away, the one night you put your kids away safe in their bed, that's good. You said 100% of the time they sleep with you when PK is gone. This happens to be the one night they were in bed. Thank God they were. But this happens to be the one night that they were in bed. Okay. That's all I'm just asking why. But
Mother's instinct. Mother's instinct is very powerful. I believe in this.
She didn't say that, though. But she didn't say that. And then...
But she said she didn't know why. And mother's instinct doesn't always know why.
She didn't say that. But she said it's because they were really tired. But anyway. So these are rhetorical. All right, these are questions. My other thing is, okay, now you say you don't put... So why have a security alarm system? Your husband's away. You're a billionaire. You brag. You have people casey. There's burglaries. You have a system for a reason. But you say because your children... will randomly get up in the middle of the night and set it off. So what? What? Then you have a great alarm system. If somebody in the house sets it off, great. You have a great alarm. But anyway, she doesn't put the alarm on that night. Again, the alarm system wasn't on. We have cameras. I guess the cameras weren't part of the alarm system. I don't know. But okay, I'm just saying.
All right. I do think we'll find out more information. That is definitely going to be a storyline.
I have more questions.
And hopefully we'll get more answers during the season. So I will say one thing. I cried when the thing happened with
I'm
Dorit
not
and
saying
Tony.
maybe Dory wasn't in on the plan. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just
I just want to
saying.
say
I'm just putting the okay. I'm just saying.
no. I'm just saying I literally cried watching
She's got
that.
the nicest. Also, she's got the nicest burglars in the world to say, "Hey, you might have a million phones in this house, but I'm gonna. Can you please? I'll leave your cell phone for you. Count to 40, but I'll leave it over by here. And I'm gonna tell you exactly where it is. But I threatened her like, but here, call the cops on me. Here's more time to call. I mean, come on. Why just take the cell phone, people? Like she's got a million other phones. What do you care? I
Norma
just say,
is playing.
thank
Norma
God.
is playing devil's advocate. They were jet jogging, so it's
I'm just
possible.
saying. Okay, fine. That's plausible. You're right.
Came
Fine.
out a little blurry on my screen.
I'm just saying anything's possible. It's all possible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
all possible. Thank God all of it played out the way it was. Thank God they were nice robbers and they weren't, they were nice robbers and and she helped them along and she said, go ahead, free in trouble. Hurry along now. Hurry along.
And
Please
Joe
don't.
Mendoza. Joe Mendoza
Here's a
says,
comforter. Here's a comforter. Take all this too. But one was behind her the whole time, and she's telling the other one, which I get it. I would probably side with my nice burglars too, the nice burglars that left her cell phone. But anyway, also she's way more calmer than everybody else in the group. Everybody else is like, oh!
First of all, they're acting.
I mean, I get it. I get it, Kyle. Like I would be too. That's how you should act. But another thing, PK comes home. All right, so you just go through this terrible ordeal where you swear you're afraid they're gonna kill your kids, but you leave them to go to Kyle's to meet PK with the security guard and the assistant, who possibly, but like Kim could be in on this burglary, because if we would know anything, Kim Kardashian, it was an inside job. So you mean to tell me you don't know this is an inside job yet, but you're leaving these kids with this security person? Where the hell was the security person the night before? But anyway, the first time you see your husband, who has just found out that you've almost been, whatever, is at Kyle's house on camera without the kids. If I were PK, I'd want to see off the camera. I'd want to see my wife, my kids, at home, safe, no security guard. Nobody else would be with my goddamn kids but my wife and my family. Again, what are we doing here? Just saying. What?
Devil's advocate for this.
What?
PK and Dorit, I don't think they wanted to have the emotional thing at home in front of their kids. Would I have done it on camera? Probably not. But maybe they're used to the cameras, and so it wasn't that big of a deal for them.
They maybe just got held at gunpoint.
Now everybody is leaving us, Crystal. So I think we should
mind. So you think that if you're not somebody's husband or wife, you're not going to say, screw this cameras. I don't know who did this. I don't know.
I wouldn't, but I can see getting used to the cameras. But
at this point, you don't know. You have no idea how these people knew that you weren't supposed to be home. She also knows, again, she also found that they knew she wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know how she found this out, but whatever. They must have told her this in this midst of everything.
That's actually true. Hold on. We know that. That's actually true.
I don't care what Bravo says to do it. My wife just got held at gunpoint. I don't care about stupid Bravo. I want to see my wife and kids. I'm not leaving them with anybody. Screw everybody. I don't trust a soul, because my house just got broken into and my wife and kids were just held at gunpoint. You really think he's okay with leaving people here and there, and this one's there and this one's here, not together? Whatever, man. If that's how you live your life, good. If that's how you sleep at night, PK, great, good for you. But nobody is going near my wife and kids or my husband and my family when I don't even know who robbed my house, how they knew this, how they knew that, how they got into this or that. They cased the house. They did. You think I'm trusting anyone, especially my security? Get the heck, whatever. If that's how you live your life, fine. But that's my life. You're nobody's going near my family. And get these effing cameras out of my house, because I don't trust these motherfuckers neither. Fuck you, Bravo, because you might be on it too. Who knows? Hey, I cried too. Maybe I cried too. But I'm just saying. You think that all that's important when you were just allegedly held? I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm sorry, but nobody's going near my wife and kids, and I'm trusting not a soul.
Fetch.
Fetch. What?
So
yeah, she ain't making it happen either. Tamra, stop trying to make fetch happen. Anyway. See, I was trying not to sound insensitive, but I mean, I just thought about all that as I was saying it.
Adam's Live is happening right now.
Okay, love you, Adam. All right, we're on our way. We're coming.
So we're gonna head over there in just a minute to see them. To wrap this up.
What are we live for? Okay. What are we doing over there? spilling tea and stuff.
Yeah, the spilling tea with Zach and his interview.
Okay,
Zach.
like, subscribe, comment. I realize we have a lot of people watching. I love everybody, but out of my life, I would never not. I don't want to be. Yeah, like love.
All right, we love everybody.
You guys
Please
are
comment
there.
below your opinions.
Yes,
We will
comment,
read them.
please. I had a lot of opinions. You can destroy me all you want. Please, just if you decide to
You can
destroy
destroy
me,
both
please
of us.
give me.
I know I'm the one this week.
I would like explanations on my opposing opinions. Love you. Bye. Love you. Just always remember I'm always right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.